Hello everyone, welcome to Chillaxing with Alex. It is a new channel, it is an idea that was inside of me for a few years and I was somehow, not ready, always not ready to start it. I didn't know how to do it, what to do, what to say. I really wanted to be perfect, and at the end I found out that most probably I'm not going to start with perfect setting, and nothing is going to be perfect. So I came to the point when I decided that I really don't even care how does it sound, and that I want to do it, things that I want to do and the way I want to do it. If it looks weird or sounds weird, then what can I do? I'll try to fix, I'll try to improve, but of course it will take time. And the purpose and the goal is to just enjoy what I'm doing, and that's why I chose or choose the name for this YouTube channel as Chillaxing with Alex. For me, it is really a chilling and relaxing, and I want it to be the same for you. So I think the name of the channel is perfect, and it is much better than all the previous ideas when I sat down and I wanted to find a perfect, name for my channel, and there is no perfect name. But I don't think it even matters that much if it's perfect or not. More important, it is the content. Uh, I do have a bit a weird feeling talking to camera. I'm also, searching on the internet and doing stuff, so I'm not going to look into the camera all the time. So it is a little bit weird feeling. I've never done it before, at least not uploading to so many people around the world. So, but never mind. Welcome to my channel. I'm pretty sure that this is going to be a long journey, and before I even start, you most probably already noticed that I'm not a native speaker for English language. This is not my first language, it is actually a third language for me. So there will be some weird pronunciation, wrong tenses, and many mistakes. So if you, not if you, when you do find a mistake, you can of course put it down in the comments and I'll try to improve myself. Uh, I am trying for years, but of course I'm still not perfect. So you're very welcome to make fun of my English and comment down below what am I doing wrong, or are there any word that I'm continuously pronouncing wrong, or whatever it is. And what would be the subject of this channel? Well, actually, there is no subject. As I said, it is a chillaxing with Alex. There will be numerous subjects, whatever it is that I'm going to find out interesting, weird, important, new, or you guys and girls, whatever you are going to think that is very important to discuss. So it is really a open conversation, and I'm pretty sure we're going to have a good time here. And for today's, this was also the thing that I really wanted to find a perfect subject for the first video. But as I said, I gave up on scripting to the last millimeter. I don't think it's even interesting if I would be ready for everything. I will be more like computer. I want to speak from my head, from my heart, and I want to say about things the way I want it, the way I think, the way I see. And of course, you guys can join in, and we can help each other improve ourselves, right? So, uh, I didn't find any particular subject that I would choose, as the perfect or the best or the right time. But I was scrolling uh, on the Google, and I did see some podcasts in the last few weeks, and you gotta admit that Andrew Tate is the number one on the social platforms. So whether you like him or not, he is the number one. I mean, whatever you're trying to search, there is always an Andrew Tate or clip of Andrew Tate or interview or whatever it is, but there is something that is connected to him, and he is some kind of a phenomenon that at quite young age, I think he's 34 or 35. I will Google that, but yes, 35. He's actually born on the same day as me. Wow. But he's 3 years younger. He's born on December 14th, 1986. And I'm born on December 14th, 1983. I do have some cold. And I also have an ear infection. So if I'm coughing or sneezing, pardon me, that's how it is. And talking here isn't helping me a lot also. But as I said, nothing will stop me from doing what I always wanted to do. And even though I have this ear infection or this cold or whatever it will come in future, I am going to continue, regardless whether you people like it, adore it, hate it, dislike it, disagree it. You have all the rights to do whatever you want, and I think this is the only way. Perfect. When I'm scrolling on the YouTube, I also find people that are, interesting, not interesting, honest, dishonest, obnoxious, or whatever they are, but they have the right to do whatever they want. So as I was talking about Andrew Tate, he's some kind of a phenomenon. Just 35 years old, he had come from nothing to almost everything, and his story is getting more and more interesting, even though his life story is almost like some script for a movie, or it almost looks like a lie, even though it's not. But it's so incredible that if we wouldn't know that it's true, we would think that it's a lie. About his father, his upbringing, from nothing to reality to, this lavish lifestyle, world-known guy, four-time world champion kickboxer, to, adored guy and also hated guy to cancelled guy also on the social medias and everywhere, as he said. And I would like to put out my take on Andrew Tate, how I do see him. I've heard a lot about him. I watched a lot of his, interviews and hostings and clips, and really a lot. He's a guy that draws attention to himself. He has a particular way of expressing himself. He is quite strong about his beliefs, and one thing that you cannot deny, he is very smart, and he proved that on many levels. So this is something that nobody can take away from him, and this is something that he's actually turning or selling his knowledge, and he converted into money, into fame, and of course he also got some haters because of it. But he's very smart, intelligent person. He knows how to express, and he definitely is a marketing, I'm not going to say genius, this is really overused word lately. In every single way, people are genius, and there are so many genius people around all the time. At least so many people are saying for themselves that are genius. But I'm not going to say he's genius, but he's very smart with what he is doing. Just the fact that he came from nothing and now he's in hundreds of millions of dollars and popular and rich and whatever he is, that shows some kind of intelligence. Uh, on the other side, the way he looks like a person that sets his goal and then doesn't really choose the path to that goal. If he set his goal to achieve something, many people are, I wouldn't do this, I wouldn't do this. He seems like he would do whatever it costs in order to get what he wants. And this is a sign of a strong, mentally strong person, but also a sign of a person that is not 100% clear in morality, right? But he's not the only one who says that we are, that I am, that you are, that people around us are, our parents are, grandparents. You think they're 100% moral? No. And Andrew Tate is also not. Is he on a bigger scale? Probably yes. Is he more watched than anyone else? If I do some stupid thing, not many people are going to find out. When Andrew Tate says something weird, everyone knows about it, and they can of course judge him and spit on him, but uh, it doesn't mean that he is more bad than the rest of us are. So one thing he's really smart. The second thing is he really gets to what he wants, and he doesn't choose the path. At least it looks like. I'm not his best friend. I'm not his brother Tristan, so I'm not hanging with him 24 hours a day. So I cannot judge him and say that I'm 100% sure, or I can put my hands for my word. But that's how it seems to me. So he really shows a how can I express this? He shows himself as he is a quite driven person, that once he decides something, he will get it, and that's something that I do respect. I'm not sure, but not that I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure that I disagree with him. He's having a casino, and casino are ruining people's life. So that's something how I cannot approve of what he's doing. But of course, those casinos are making him millions of dollars. But that's something that I dislike at Andrew Tate. But not the only thing, but I'm definitely not against him. He was attacked mostly for being misogynist and for having quite righteous thoughts on things, about women, about men, about religion. He lately changed his religion into Islam, if you didn't know or knew, which I will not say it is a good or bad. I would prefer to say it's not bad, because I believe that people uh, that do believe in God are somehow better people. They have fear for something. They are feared of something. So that there must be some morality. I met a lot of people who believe in a God, Muslims and non-Muslims, and somehow they have some boundaries. I feel that religion gives you boundaries into your head, and it's not a bad thing. Do I agree 100% with everything? Definitely not. But boundaries are needed for people. Otherwise, it would be anarchy. So Andrew Tate definitely is a guy that draws attention, and with his, as I said, changing of religion and righteous thoughts, uh, there is no chance he can't draw all the attention, especially with the lifestyle he had, with the money, cars, girls, the way that he expresses, the way that he lives, everything. So, but accusation of misogynist, I'm not pretty sure. Does he has some weird, in some people's views, weird way of thinking or expressing? Maybe he could, wrap it a little bit better or say it a little bit better. Maybe his thoughts are too, rightish, but misogynist, I wouldn't say so. He at least not that we can say he is. And I mean, who am I to say it, or someone else here? Do we know him? No. Did he say something that could really say, this is misogynist? No. If you take it out of context, yes. Was it right to say? No. Was the way to say right? Definitely not. Was the platform the right place to say it? Of course not. But misogynist, I wouldn't say so. He doesn't seem to me that he, do things that misogynist people do. Uh, to me, at least, it doesn't seem like that. But it does seem, and maybe it's his text, maybe it is, maybe it's not. But maybe he was, controversial on purpose. Controversial people do get more attention, more fame, more money. So, and he does like money, of course, extremely. Maybe now that he's a multi-millionaire, he's not that much into money anymore, but before he was really into money. So he wanted to become famous, he wanted to become rich, and he did whatever he had to do to become. So misogynist, I don't think so. If you're hearing some screams, those are my two little children. They are screaming in the next room, so most probably we're going to hear it a lot. But let me give you the last take of him. So as I said, he's very, very intelligent, a very special life story, very driven to, get what he wants. And I wouldn't say he's misogynist, but there is one thing that somehow I was quite even surprised is not much talked about when we talk about Andrew Tate. Like I said, I disagree with his business that he has in Romania, as I said, casinos, and that is something that is ruining some lives, so that cannot be erased. And but I want to be truth as much as honest as much as possible and say the truth, really the truth. And the truth is that he has done a lot of things successful, and he improved a lot of lives. Nobody talks about that. He is donating a lot of money to people. He earned whatever money he has. He earned that money. Nobody gave him the money. He didn't found that money. He earned. He came from nothing, like we all are, at the lower bottom of the food chain. We weren't born millionaires or billionaires, and he wasn't also. He had a tough life. His father died. They were moving around. So he didn't have a nice, easy, cozy life, but he still managed to provide for him and probably for 20 generations further a great life. So credit to him for that. And nobody's talking about how many people he employed, how many people he helped, how many good stuff he says. And I'm not here to defend him, not at all. I'm not someone who does agree with him 100%. I'm not the biggest fan of him, and I don't even know a guy. So I cannot, whatever I'm saying, I cannot say that it is 100% true, but I do think that he's maybe with what he says at some point, he somehow ruins everything good that he does. But people look like they are waiting for his mistake just so they can, delete everything good he did. So For me, that is really important. That I found out in his story that you know you, if you see fighters in UFC, he can be a world champion, he can win 20 times, but if he loses 21st match, suddenly the same minute he loses a fight, people start to, you know, send messages. Yes, he's piece of crap. He knows nothing about fighting. He's a bad fighter. He's a coward. He shouldn't have anything. People disrespect and try to destroy whatever he was building for so long, and whatever good he did achieve. Somehow suddenly it's nothing, and it shouldn't be. That's something that is for me disturbing or wrong, or I'm not saying that I'm perfect, but maybe sometime I haven't done it. Not trying to play an angel here, just telling, just observing that we people tend to forget good things very fast, but bad things we remember for a long, long, long time. And if someone does something good, we say, okay, he's great. But if he does bad, we are much stronger on his bad things than on good things. So, and I don't think if you are that kind of a person that it leads to any kind of happiness. I mean, if I go now and say, I don't know, LeBron James is a piece of crap because he missed some shot that he should have, score. Is that going to improve my life? Am I going to feel better? Is anything good going to come out of that? Of course not. So this is the reason why you shouldn't do it. Don't just jump immediately into, put a crap on someone because he made a mistake or he did something bad or fail at something. Maybe sometimes you should try to motivate him, look from the other side, try to understand him. This is a great opportunity for you to grow up. And in my life, many times I have had a chance to experience that. At the first moment I was, thinking one or saying one thing, but the more I thought about it, if I tried to jump into someone's other shoes, somehow with time, sometimes I have seen things differently. Then it's up to you whether you're going to admit it or not, but it is good for you to admit it. So Andrew Tate's story for me is somehow motivational story in many different ways. Is it perfect story? Of course it's not. Is he a perfect top G guy? I wouldn't say he's not even close that, but is he successful, smart, and is he a big part of a top G? I mean, whether you like him or not, he is successful, he is smart, he knows what he is doing, he's achieved much more than 1,000 people combined together. So about him, interesting guy that should even though he's so good at talking and speaking, sometimes he would, and it doesn't even matter whether he's now on the other social platform, sometimes it's better to rethink twice or 5 times to say something before you say it. I know from my personal experience, and he now has the proof that it is much better to sometimes not to say directly as you think, not because you're a coward or that you cannot say, but obviously he can influence to many young people, men and women, and this is somehow also obligation or duty to behave a little bit better or to express a little bit better once you are followed by so many people, especially young people that are idealizing him. And I think he is now aware of that he's a superstar, he's followed around the world, and so many young people look up to him. So that is why it's really important for him to to modify his messages. So that would be it for today. Please let me know in the comments what do you think. about this topic. What do you find interesting about his story, or what is the most disturbing thing about this story? Uh, please please give me your side uh, of him, and let me know whether you disagree or agree. It will be quite interesting to see how many people agree and disagree with what I said. Thanks for now, and I'll see you tomorrow.